The moon casts long, eerie fingers across the crumbling stones of the Moonfall ruins. I pull my cloak tighter, the night air colder than usual here. Something feels off. It's a whisper in the stones, a chill that has nothing to do with the wind. My echo sense is humming, picking up on an ancient energy that's restless, disturbed. Lyra's beside me, her crystal-tipped fingers hovering over a worn stone tablet. The symbols on it glow faintly under her touch, a language only she can understand. Corinne stands guard a few steps away, his hand resting on the hilt of his stone blade, his green eyes scanning the darkness. He's always the first to sense physical danger, but this feels different. Anything, Lyra? I ask, my voice barely a whisper. She shakes her head, her pale blonde braid catching the moonlight. The symbols speak of a great celestial event, a night of fallen stars that bathe this place in powerful energy. But there's another layer of writing here, newer and fearful. It talks about shadows that walk. Just as she says it, Corinne stiffens. Did you see that? Who? Murmurs, pointing towards a collapsed archway. A shadow. It moved. I stare, but see nothing. The wind is playing tricks. Corinne, there's nothing there. But even as I say it, a flicker of movement catches my own eye. A shadow detaches from the base of a pillar, slinking along the ground like a living creature before melting back into the darkness. My heart pounds. It wasn't a trick. Lyra, your memory trace. Can you read what happened to the people who wrote about the walking shadows? I ask, trying to keep my voice steady. She closes her eyes, pressing her palm against the stone tablet. The glowing crystals on her belt pulse with a soft teal light. I see. Panic, she whispers, her voice strained. They were scholars, just like me. They came to study the ruins after the Stoutfall. They chronicled the shadows, at first with curiosity, then with terror. The shadows. They weren't just moving. They were mimicking them, learning their shapes. A shiver runs down my spine. I feel it now through my echo sense not just ancient energy, but a lingering echo of fear, of desperation. Suddenly, Corinne lets out a sharp gasp. Behind you, Erin. I spin around. My own shadow, casts long and thin by the moon, ripples and stretches. It rises from the ground, no longer attached to my feet, forming a dark, two-dimensional silhouette of myself. It stands there, a void in the shape of a boy, its featureless head tilted. Corinne doesn't hesitate. Stone pulse, too. He yells, slamming his hand on the ground. A wave of force ripples outwards, creating a shimmering, translucent shield between me and the shadow thing. The shadow recoils, as if struck, its form wavering like smoke. More shadows begin to stir all around us, peeling away from the ancient stones. One detaches from a fallen column, taking on Lyra's slender shape, while another mimics Corinne's broad-shouldered stance. They're copies, Lyra exclaims, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and fascination. The starfall energy must have given them a kind of life, and they echo what they see. The shadow Corinne lunges at the real one, but its attack passes harmlessly through his stone shield. They can't touch us, Corinne grunts, holding the shield steady. But how do we stop them? Thrones are now filled with dozens of them, a silent army of darkness closing in. I look at Lyra's glowing crystals, then at the moon high above. The starfall gave them life, I say, an idea forming. Maybe another light can take it away. Lyra, your crystals. Can you focus their light? She understands immediately, unclasping the largest crystal from her belt. It pulses brightly in her hand, a contribe, but it's ancient energy. It might be unpredictable. We don't have a choice, Corinne says, as his shield begins to flicker under the pressure of multiple shadow attacks. Do it, Lyra! She holds the crystal high. Memory, light, and stone. Return this echo to its home. she chants, her voice ringing with power. The crystal flares, shooting a brilliant beam of pure white light into the heart of the ruins. The moment the light hits the shadow creatures, they hiss and dissolve, turning into wisps of smoke that quickly fade into nothing. One by one, our dark copies vanish under the cleansing light. The oppressive feeling in the air lifts, and my echo sense finally calms. The runes are still once more, the only shadows now the natural ones cast by the moon. We stand together, catching our breath in the sudden silence. The mystery of the Moonfall ruins was deeper and more dangerous than we ever imagined. But together, we brought light back to the shadows.